What's going on, guys? Your boy Blazendary here, and today in this video I was explaining to you guys in my video from Sunday that I think I have a list of 10 items for you that might do good in reselling value over the next couple years. Now granted, this is all speculative value and I'm just purely guessing that this stuff could go up. You could not make any money on this stuff. That definitely does happen in the reselling game, but I got my list and I'm determined to show you all the stuff that I'm stocking and holding on to in my basement. So with that being said, let's walk around and let me show you what we got. So one of the top 10 items that I definitely think you should be holding are Jordan 1s. Now I'm going to cover Jordan 1s in a specific here on a few of the different bullet points for top 10, but a specific one that I'd like to call out for number 1 on this list is going to be right here tucked away. We only have 2 right now because honestly people love these. They fly off the shelves. People are paying more for them than what we buy them for. Obviously that's how the reselling game works, but we're trying to hold them because I think the hold value is way more important. But sometimes we will take some quick cash if people are offering more because we do ship pretty quickly and we buy from a ton of different sources. I think this was a pair that we got at SneakerCon, but this is the A Ma Maniera Jordan 1. I think this one in particular is going to go up in value following the trend of like the Jordan 3s, which really shot up in value. I think these will do similarly around Christmas time. They had their opportunity last year, but I just think that the more A Ma continues to collab with Jordan and the more people get to understand that it's a sister brand of Social Status, which is another store that also does frequent Jordan drops, the hype will continue to stir, and this could in my eyes be like a union collab one day where the hype is just as big and the resale is just as large. But like I said, just speculative, and we're paying, I mean, we paid like market for this. I think it was like $360 or something for a size 9. If we're able to sell them for like $450, that's dope, because you know, if you're on StockX or something like that and you click checkout, the sales tax after all that ends up being a lot more expensive than you think it is, than just a little bid ask price. But that's item number 1 on my list. Gotta say, I'm a huge fan of Bear Bricks. They are plastic figures that a lot of the time people have no problem justifying spending money on, like myself, and I have pretty much a collection of them. In particular, I'm a big fan of the Series 43 because it comes with that NFT Bear Brick, 1 out of 192 chance, so it's super rare to pull it. And then on top of that, as the cases get older, so these are called blind boxes, there's 24 Bear Bricks in here. Each one of them could be a different rarity, so you'll notice on the side there's different pull rates, and it's sort of like you can pull and get better ones and more expensive ones. And notice that this says Series 40 and this says Series 43, so these came out in different time eras. This one's probably 3 or 4 years older, sealed, and because of that it goes for a lot more. So I'm pretty sure that if you just follow the trend, like by the time Series 50 comes around, Series 43 could be worth a lot of money, which is why I have an excessive amount that I'm holding. Can't forget about the Bape ones either. There's just a ton of value in these collections. So for number 3 on my list, it's gonna have to be a conglomerate term, GR Jordan. Just like a bunch of different flowers you can get at a flower shop, you can get a whole bunch of different Jordans at the Foot Locker. And some of the Jordans that you pick have a better chance at doing well than others. For example, personally, I don't think there's been a really good green colorway Jordan in a long time for the 3. Being that this is like the black cement of Jordan 3s, but in green, this one in my opinion could do well over the next 3 to 5 years in a dead stock condition. And it's just speculative because they're going for around retail right now, and it makes no sense for me to sell them and get 20 bucks profit when I could probably just hold them and hope that I can double my money. But that's why this video is called about your reselling collection, because I collect things to resell. And so Jordan 3 is like, hey, I might personal this in a couple of years, meaning I'll buy it from my own store and make money on it that way too. For number 4, I would have to go ahead and say the Patent Bread is going to be strong on the list for us because it is a very classic shoe, the Bread model in itself. And we're starting to build a full size run. Right here we have 8, 8, 8.5, there's a 9, we have a 9.5 and a 10, somewhere up there. And this is an all patent leather one. Patent leather shoes have been getting shown a lot more love recently, especially with some of the new models like the UNCs, the salmon colored ones. And I feel like the wear on them just definitely looks a lot different over time compared to leather. In my head, I think, hey, maybe in a couple years this could be a $500 shoe. If we're buying them at around $300 a pair, that's not too bad. The Rebellion Air Jordan 1, similar to a band in that it has the X mark, generated somewhat of a release hype in New York City and other big cities. This shoe is reselling for a similar price to the patent, and it's not an original Jordan colorway in the sense that they have a ton of graffiti along the side, as well as some different feeling material in comparison to what they normally use for their sneakers. There's like an infusion of this print on the graffiti. It looks like paint on this side. I honestly would have to say the quality is much different in comparison to a normal Jordan. The bottom is just a standard gray. It kind of looks like a shadow from a distance. It's like if the band was a shadow. And I feel like sneaker stores were hyping up the release of this a little bit by saying they were limited, maybe to push more stock because they were on the GR side. But regardless, getting this pair, I think we paid like $220 for it. We'll take that and try and build up another size run. Hey, this could be a flop. The biohacks, those you guys remember were a definite flop and we had a few pairs we just dumped for the same price that we paid for them. So like I said, it's all speculative, but I'll take my bet on Jordan 1s that these could be a good one. Now for these next two, we're definitely going to want to talk about Off-White.
Oh my God, what happened to Virgil?
Obviously, the shoes are going to be a little bit of an increase in value just depending on what model it is. The Jordan 1s, you guys know we've talked about Jordan 1s pretty much all videos so far. This is our first time getting a pair of Off-White 1s that we're going to sell for the store. We did get them from a good price from our last video from Sneaker One. Oscar threw a homie price, so we couldn't pass up. And I'm not in any big rush to sell these just because I don't think Nike is going to retro these. And if they do, we're talking 15 to 20 years from now. And having the OGs on deck is certainly a cool thing. You guys know I love my European ones. I love that there's different details like the see-through box, the 3 different laces you can get, orange, teal, and white. And you guys know me say it all the time, those bigger sizes will always sell for more, so having a 12, amazing. Now, next Off-White shoe we're gonna do are the Off-White Nike Dunks, particularly the ones that are dead stock, because I feel like everybody, their grandma, their sister, and their brother has a pair of these, and that's a good thing, because the more pairs that are being worn, the less pairs that are brand new. And so who knows, maybe in 5 years, the average price, instead of it being 500 to 600 for a dead stock pair, could be as high as 800. So we're buying them anywhere in the range of 360 to 450. We will continue to buy them and continue to hold them. However, depending on if we get good prices, like this one went for market, we will sell them for that because we made some money on it. This is just another general one, but I have an example for you. I think classic SBs that are in the, let's say, 2000 to 2015 era, because guys, 2030 is coming up pretty quickly. We're closer to 2030 than we are 2010, believe it or not. So these right here, the Marty McFly Nike SB is going to be one that is definitely going to go up in value, especially because anything Back to the Future, like Nike mags even, have seen such a tremendous increase in resale value due to just the rare and collectability of it. Nike and a lot of other brands are focusing so much more on pushing mass units as opposed to special collaborations. I mean, you can't really go wrong here. We did get a great deal at SneakerCon. If you watched our SneakerCon video on this, we got these for like 400 and the lowest ask on StockX is like 900. We can kind of set the price really to anywhere from 7 to 1,000 if we really like to. And just more DS SBs that are classic like this, I will continue to buy and either, if not sell immediately, put off to the side and one day build my big vault for just selling rare grails like this. For number 9 in the depths, y'all, these are also shoes I think will go up in value. I mean, there's Off-White Dunks in here. I mean, look, I'm practicing what I'm preaching, y'all. Those are all Off-White Dunks. Those are patent breads. But yo, for number 9, we got classic Air Forces. And I'm saying classic because I feel like these are a dying breed as far as people caring about dead stock Air Forces. Now you guys see that price, 180. I think I paid 100 per Air Force. If you have motivated sellers, people will just offload shoes to you. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. I paid like 400 bucks. I know for sure now I could definitely sell each one for like 230 a pop. Now as a 10th and final spot, I have to throw it into the Nike Yeezy collection because really anything Kanye right now is going wild. Anything original Nike era like this that just people know are not going to be remade will continue to soar in value. There's so many other shoes that I could add onto this list, like MCA Off-Whites, Galaxy foam posits even, but we're going to call it there. And I want you guys to think of any other shoes or videos like this that are involving reselling that you might want to tune into in the future. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If this video does get 2,500 likes, I will give away something that you guys could resell. I need to see the likes though, and then you guys got to remind me. Thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Blazendary. We are signing out. I'll see you on Thursday. Stay positive, guys, and peace out.